The final contributor to this session is Ms. Priyasri Anil Kumar, India University Relations Leader, Honeywell International India Private Limited. Ma'am, you are requested to give your inputs to the running session.
You have to excuse me. I have an extremely brief discussion that I need to do. I have to leave now. I have a flight at 6 o'clock. I think I kind of misunderstood the topic because when I understood cost of an employee or cost of a human capital and employability, I figured it out to be much more in terms of the industry that they're working in. So if you look at the cost of human capital, it starts right from the time you begin your recruitment process, even before, when you start your manpower planning process, right down till the time you exit. We do a whole lot of things where you spend in a lot of money in terms of recruiting, because when you say recruitment, even the cost of the person who's doing so it's a vicious circle. So if you want to be employable in today's scenario, our entire mindset, our entire attitude has to change. We cannot go by what is happening in around us. We can talk about GDP, we can talk about economic growth, we can talk about economic reforms, we can talk about non-participation of people, but ultimately it is here. If I do not decide to become employable, there is nobody who can help me. I have to become employable first. And if I have to be employable, I have to look at these 5 factors first. Before I go and complain saying my education system is bad, it is too corrupt, I can't do this. So we need to relook at ourselves. We need to constantly remember that the only thing that is constant in this world, in the current world, is change. And with that, I would like to conclude. Thank you very much. As HR managers, we are all change agents. So let's become strong.
Ask few important questions only, as ma'am has to catch a flight.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Rashri Parmar from Acropolis, and my question is, sir, what is the importance of soft skills, aptitude and hard skills towards employability?
Whom are you asking, me or her?
Anyone, especially to Paul, sir.
No, please.
In fact, I did another study which is posted in my portal, knowledge portal, which is called atlmri.org. It's there in the presentation. This study, using a sample size of 25,000 in India, we try to understand how do people search for another job when they have a job. So we got good answers. What are the determinants? So we found that it's extremely important that you have to have very strong ties in the society, but you have to have sharing, so updating, so friendship matters. But that's not the way you see in US, United States of America. People have done studies, finding then conclusion was different. They try to articulate that in United States, what matters is new contacts, not old one. But we conducted a sample survey in Bangalore to find out, is that true for India? We found that maybe if your uncle or your cousin who are quite resourceful, or friend who is quite resourceful, then their information would be of great help for you. Because families greatly participate in job search processes. Maybe, I don't know how many of you have experienced your kith and kin, sister and brother, sibling, parents participate in your search process. Sometimes badly, sometimes in a good way. Sometimes they do over searching for you, saying that you should become a doctor, or you should become a mechanical engineering. Or sometimes they provide right information. Now coming to organizations, we found very interesting evidence that job hopping, in other words, attrition, is relatively higher in manufacturing compared to services. But we got an answer why it happens. Because what happens, most of manufacturing, you correct me if I'm wrong, because of outsourcing is done by small units. And these small units concentrate in clusters, including Indore, Peenya Industrial Estate, which is one of the biggest automotive clusters in Maharashtra. Here also, automotive cluster. So cluster behavior, I think Mr. Trivedi knows it well. We found that in cluster, search cost is very little. If you have a buddy in another firm, you come to know what is going on there. So immediately you can be in touch with them, search gets done, you get a job. But it doesn't mean that service sector, once you are in, you don't search. Then we added one more variable, size of a firm. Then we got a different answer. What we got is, for service sector, as firm size increases in terms of employment, for instance, Wipro, Infosys, these are giants and mammoths. They have many, I think 100,000 of employees. Then again, search is more. Because you have again a lot of sharing spaces. On the other hand, manufacturing behavior is different. As size of firm increases in manufacturing, people tend to stabilize. And another important factor which determines attrition is marriage. In India, what happens? If you are married, probability of attrition is less. So marital status. Similarly, caste. I collected tremendous data on it. If you belong to forward caste, you tend to do job hopping more frequently than other castes. Because if you belong to forward caste, you have social networks which can generate relevant information for you. So I don't know whether I answered your question. So soft skills matter. You should be able to talk. India is a country of communication, literally speaking.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
With this, we come to an end to session 3. To present a token of remembrance to Mr. D. Trivedi, I invite Dr. B.M. Campus. Sir, please.
To present a memento to Dr. Bino Paul, I invite Dr. Anand Goal to do the honors, please.
We thank the speakers of session 3, and we move ahead with the 4th session.
Let us move further to our next session based on sub